Okay, so grade 8 Manalo, I prepare here 17 slides about the context clues. So, based on your module, context clues are defined as important words or phrases in a sentence that help in identifying the meaning of difficult word or items in a sentence. They provide further information about a word or phrase that helps the reader understand its meaning. Context refers to the parts of a piece of writing that precede or follow a word and contributes to its whole meaning. So, to briefly discuss to you the definition of context clues are being used whenever we encounter unfamiliar words and we do not have our dictionary with us. So, they provide further information. They provide clues. So, clues can be placed either before or after the unfamiliar word. So, when we say context clues, we look at the clues in the context. Next. Okay, so there are 7 different types of context clues in your module. So the first type is synonym or restatement clue. So synonym, other term is restatement clue. So it is a type of context clue that provides the synonyms of words to provide the meaning of an unfamiliar word or words. So in this case, in a sentence, you can see the unfamiliar word and all you have to do is to look at the synonym of that unfamiliar word. Now, what are synonyms? So, synonyms are words which have the same meaning. So, if you are confused between synonym and antonym, just always remember the initial sound. So, when we say synonym, same meaning. Again, synonym, same meaning. Okay, so again, synonyms are words which have the same meaning. So for first type of context clue, which is synonym or restatement clue, all you have to do is to look at the word that has the same meaning with the unfamiliar word. So for the first example in your module, we have Rina shouts continuously or all the time, and it makes me uncomfortable. So in this case, the unfamiliar word is continuously. So all you have to do is to look at the word that is synonymous or the word that has the same meaning with continuously. So what do you think is synonymous to continuously? Okay, you are correct. It's all the time. So all the time and continuously are synonymous. They have the same meaning. So we can say that continuously means all the time or always. Okay, so let's go to example number 2. The director felt remorse or shame for hiring some incompetent employees. So the unfamiliar word is remorse. So all you have to do is to find the word that is synonymous to remorse. So what do you think is the word that has the same meaning as remorse in the sentence? Okay, you are correct. Very good. It's shame. So remorse and shame are synonymous. They have the same meaning. So we can say that remorse means shame. It could be regret. It could be disappointment. Okay, so any other word that is synonymous to the word remorse or shame. Okay, so could be the meaning of remorse. So when we say synonym, I will just repeat. When we say synonym, we give the same meaning. Okay, so I have here another examples. So you cannot see this in your module. I actually prepared this one. Okay, so the audience could not understand the movie because of many ambiguous, unclear scenes. So the unfamiliar word here is ambiguous. So you will find a word that is synonym or that is synonymous rather, that is synonymous to the word ambiguous. So, you have to analyze the sentence. The audience could not understand the movie. Why? Because of many ambiguous, unclear scenes. So, ambiguous is the unfamiliar word. Now, let's identify the synonym of ambiguous. What do you think is the word in the sentence that is synonymous to ambiguous? Okay, you are correct. The word is unclear. Okay, so when we say ambiguous, it means unclear or not clear. Okay, so that is ambiguous. Next, 4-year-old Juliana's innate piano talent, allowing her to play complicated notes, requires an inborn gift. What do you think is the unfamiliar word? Okay, correct. The unfamiliar word is innate. Now, let's analyze the sentence. 4-year-old Juliana, so Juliana is 4 years old, so she has innate piano talent at such young age. So because of her innate piano talent, this allows her to play complicated notes. So this innate piano talent requires an inborn gift. So what do you think is the word synonymous to innate? Okay, correct. It's inborn. Okay, so when we say innate, it means inborn. Why? Kasi it's such a young age. Okay, 4 years old pa lang si Juliana. She has the ability to play complicated notes. So, her innate piano talent is inborn. Okay, so parang medyo advanced siya in her age. So, innate means inborn. Next, the third one, this is easy. So the man was sent to the penitentiary or prison for stealing cars. So, what do you think is the unfamiliar word? Okay, correct. The unfamiliar word is penitentiary. So let's analyze the sentence using context clues. The man was sent to the penitentiary or prison for stealing cars. So we can see here that penitentiary is a place. How did we know that? Because the man was sent there. Pinadala siya doon sa penitentiary. So we can say that penitentiary is a place. Now, what do you think is the word that is synonymous to penitentiary that also refers to a place? Okay, good job. It's prison. So penitentiary means prison. They are synonymous to each other. So that is synonym or restatement clue. So all you have to do is to find words that have the same meaning with the unfamiliar word. Now let's go to the second type, the antonym or contrast clue. Okay, antonym or contrast clue. It is a type of context clue that tells the opposite meaning of the difficult word. It shows contrast. Yan. So, when we say antonym naman, it tells opposite, kabaligtaran. Okay? In synonym, pareho, same. In antonym, opposite, kabaligtaran. So, in this example, we have, Jonathan is gregarious, unlike his shy brother. Okay, so the unfamiliar word is gregarious. Okay. So this time, we can identify that the sentence use antonym or contrast clue as the type of context clues. How did I know that? Okay, in antonym or contrast clue, it gives, there are words that signify opposite meaning or antonym. So in this case, the word unlike signifies that there is an opposite meaning. Okay? So, gregarious here doesn't have synonymous word or doesn't have a word that has the same meaning. So, gregarious here in the sentence has an opposite meaning. So what do you think is the opposite of gregarious? Okay, correct. It's shy. Yan. So, if gregarious is opposite to shy, what do you think is the meaning of gregarious? So, it could mean friendly, sociable, outgoing, diba? Okay. So, next, the feral cat would scratch the wall, unlike the friendly cat. So, again, we can determine that this sentence used antonym or conscious clue because there is a word that signifies antonym or opposite. And that is the word, again, unlike. So, what we are going to do here now is to find the opposite meaning of the unfamiliar word feral. Okay, so what do you think is the opposite of feral? Okay, so you are correct. It's friendly. Okay, so friendly and feral are opposites. Okay, so what do you think is the meaning of feral? So it could be untamed, hindi maamo, yung UNTAME, untamed. It could be bad. It could be, hindi naman, not actually wild kasi it's a different level and we are referring to cat. So we can say that untamed is the best answer. Okay, so untamed. So that is antonym or conscious clue. Another examples, I thought it was a fresh idea, but the teacher thought it was trite. So what do you think is the unfamiliar word? Okay, correct. It's trite. Now, can we identify a word that signifies antonym or opposite? Okay, very good. There is. Now, what is that word? Okay, so the word is but. So, but signifies opposite or antonym. So, what we are going to do is to look at the word that is opposite to the unfamiliar word trite. What do you think is the opposite of trite in the sentence? Okay, good job. It's fresh. Okay, so fresh is the opposite of trite. So meaning to say, when we say trite, it is not fresh or not original. Okay, next, the second one. While James is very outgoing, his older brother is very reclusive. What do you think now is the unfamiliar word? Okay, correct. It's reclusive. Is there any word that signifies antonym or opposite? Yes, there is, and that is the word while. Yun. So we already have three words that signify contrast or opposite or antonym. So we have unlike, we have but, and we have while. So those are some of the words that can signify or that can help us that there is an opposite meaning. Okay, so let's look now at the opposite of reclusive. What do you think is the opposite of reclusive in this sentence? Okay, so correct, that is outgoing. So outgoing is the opposite of reclusive. So we can say that reclusive is not friendly, not sociable, loner, yan, or solitary. Okay, next. Instead of a grimace, Claudia had a big smile across her face. So, the unfamiliar word is, yes, grimace. This time, do we have phrase or word that signifies opposite or antonym? Yes, there is. No. Now, what is your answer? Okay, so the phrase actually that is being used in signifying that there is antonym is instead of. Very good. Okay. So, we already have four words. Okay, we have unlike, but, while, and instead of. Okay, so now let's go look at the word that is opposite to the word grimace. So what is your guess? Okay, correct. It's smile. Because if you're going to analyze the sentence, instead of a grimace, what did Claudia do? She had a big smile across her face. So, smile and grimace are opposite to each other. So, we can say that grimace means frown, nakasimangot. Instead of smiling, sumimangot. Or instead of frowning, nag-smile siya. Instead of pouting, nag-smile siya. So, those are the examples of antonym or contrast clue.